All right, so next exercise here with Miss Poppy. First time doing this here. I'm gonna go ahead and really shorten up the leash here. Okay, so she's sitting right next to my side. I'm gonna keep a short leash loose, okay, but just literally just a couple of inches before it gets tight. All right, so that's even our first part right there. Okay, so it's just making sure that she stays right here. So two treats in your hand. We're gonna throw one, we're gonna keep one. Let's see what she does. I want to stop her, good girl, from trying to get that treat from the ground, and I will reward her once she stops. Okay, so there, she's still looking at it. Collar is engaged. Good. As soon as she disengages, my pressure and collar disengages. So trying to teach her not to consistently put pressure on her collar by trying to pull out and get that treat. And as she pays attention to me and doesn't try to fight that pressure, she's not pulling, okay, but she's staring at it. There comes our pull. Here's my collar. Good. Okay, so she's going to try to get down, be a little bit closer. All right, some other noises are grabbing her attention right now. There goes collar. Okay, all right, so in the beginning here, I can lure her. Okay, Poppy. If she's not giving me her attention right here in the beginning, I can lure her just like that. Paying attention to me gets rewarded, right? And that's ultimately what we're wanting here. We're wanting her to not pay so much attention to the food, not trying to disregard the leash, disregard pressure, disregard ultimately our limitations that we're trying to teach on her, which is really teaching her not to pull. Okay, teaching her how to respond to the leash and her collar. She's going to try to smell. We want to be very clear with not allowing that either. And again, so here's another time where I can lure her. I'm going to lure her as soon as she stops trying to go forward like excessively. Okay, Poppy. So I'm not going to be doing it right in the middle of her pulling. So let's see, like this. Poppy, you know, I can do that, but you see, she responded more to me than actually responding to the collar first. And that's really what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get her to understand, like, hey, I'm going to feel this collar and then I'm going to hear him. So she can start giving into that pressure a little bit more, learning not to resist it so much. All right, so next part of our exercise here, again, is picking those treats up from the ground and working on your dog not snatching them out of your hands. Engagement and disengagement. Good. And so what we're looking for here is for our dog to be more respectful with food in our hands. Okay, so just because I have the food in my hand doesn't mean it's for the dog right away. We want to give food. We don't want them to take food. Okay, so I present it, keeping it with me, see what decision she makes. Okay, I already had pointed out 2 times not to grab it, but she responded perfectly to the leash and the collar. Okay, so let's see, we'll do it here again. And what we're looking for is for your dog to like actually give in, like not be trying to get the food. Okay, you don't want them kind of going forward and pulling back and going forward and pulling back. You want to actually feel like they've given in. Okay, so like this, right there. Good girl. I want to know that she's given in, that she understands. Oh, okay, you're holding me back. Okay, so here we go. Good, good. Okay, so there's the leash. Good. Loose. I think she's gonna get a little frustrated now. But again, the idea. See, she's really pulling here. Okay, good, good. So let it soak in for a second there. If I have to use the leash to point out that she did it incorrectly, I want to let it soak in. I know that fly's bothering you. Before rewarding her. Good. So I don't want to be using the leash and pulling her back and then rewarding right away, because I'm essentially rewarding her for me needing to point out her mistake. I want to be rewarding her for making a good decision. There, collar was engaged and then disengaged. So we'll try it again. Present it. Okay, she comes forward. Do the same thing. Nope. Okay, do the same thing. Good. And essentially, guys, the food is in our hands. We're asking for space. Remember that how dogs would do this. They would snap at each other. Okay, if we were another dog and I had the food, my bone, I would snap at her and tell her to leave it alone. So essentially, this is the same concept, okay, but it's just engagement of collar and disengagement. Good. So we're teaching limitations. We're teaching how to respect food from the hand. We're teaching, you know, hey, when the collar is speaking to you, this is what it means. And again, we are the collar, we are the leash.